everyone is collecting data. I mean, be that through Facebook, be that through your booking engines, all these different data points that you're getting information for. If you pull all that data together, you can start understanding and segmenting your market. So who are those people who are actually interested and already coming to your to your venue or to your destination? Now, if you can start understanding who those people are, you can start looking for patterns, start looking for similar sort of people, because the chances are that they would be also attracted to your market. What we're trying to educate the market on is actually using those data sources before you decide on what your strategy, especially your go-to or your sales strategy, where you're trying to attract a market. What we're saying is effectively learn who that market is, learn all the different dynamics within that marketplace, so you can make sure you tailor that marketing strategy to the actual target audience. Well, there's little things like understanding, I don't know, for example, that the American market is much more likely, because they're coming more long haul destinations often, to want to make sure that there's non-golfing activities so that their family can enjoy, because they're traveling with their family. Similarly with the Swedish market, they're less concerned about fancy 5-star, 4-star accommodation. They're looking for that golf product. So understanding those nuances and looking at those trends, you can then tailor your marketing and your, as I say, your strategies to then actually attract those people. But more importantly, you're not wasting money spending it on people that actually aren't bothered, and or selling the wrong message out there. Typically, we would say that you should always make a strategy at least 3 to 5 years out. And then if you're collecting that information, the more information you collect, the richer and more robust that data is going to be. I would honestly say that anything is better than nothing. So it doesn't have to be over a huge time period. So if it's even just a marker in the sand to say, this is where we are now, this is where we want to get to, and these are the steps we're going to go. But if you can gather data for over sort of a 2-3 year period, at least you can then start seeing some of the trends, and you can see if any of the strategies that you're putting into place are actually working. I mean, ROI is really the bread and butter of anything that we're trying to do, right? There's no one spending on any marketing campaigns without trying to get an ROI on it. No one's trying to host an event without ultimately trying to drive bums on seats effectively. I think that the key thing there with regards to getting that data is to setting that to start with. So it's understanding where you're spending the money to make sure that you're maximizing that spend, and really also then tailoring your message to maximize that spend. Because if you're hitting your target audience, you know who they are, you need to know what they want. So be that the example of the North American golfer or the Swedish golfer or the UK golfer, who still typically is going with their friends and wants easy accommodation, decent golf courses, but somewhere where they can still get a pint. It's very important to understand what those nuances, those specifics are, so that when you're then talking to that market and when you're spending on your advertising, then you're actually hitting the right chord with those people you're trying to attract.